obedience. So I'm saying happy Eid al-Kabir celebration to all our Muslim brothers and sisters in Nigeria and around the world. To all our Muslim listeners, again, we say Eid al-Mubarak. May this celebration bring you peace, joy, and abundant blessings to your homes. Even as we're doing the celebration, the headlines are making waves. I mean, it's celebration, but a lot is happening across the nation. And we're here to bring you the story shaping conversations this morning, from politics to economy to the society and the security precisely. Quite a lot of stories this morning. So wherever you are listening from, thank you so much for joining the Break It Down paper review on 32 FM 94.9. My name is ADEOLA IBRAHIM FATOKI. I'll kickstart with a punch this morning, the 27th day. Oh, it's the 27th. I mean, it's also Children's Day today, so it's double celebration. So happy Children's Day, happy Eid al-Kabir. It's just a beautiful day, I must say. And do not forget that we have a lot of kids come around today to represent the kids all over the world. All right, let's kickstart with a punch today. ADC primary in turmoil as Rotimi Amechi reject Atiku's win. That's the lead story. Away from that, 30,000 Fulani militants, they're fueling Nigeria's insecurity. That's a U.S. report. FCT project will sway 2027 vote for the APC coming from Nyesom Wike. More governorship candidates emerge under the People's Democratic Party and the African Democratic Congress. Oyo abduction. CDS deploys spy aircraft and special forces. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan cleared for 2027 as Turaki. PDP hails court verdict. Our church killings, court reserves judgment. Prosecution seeks death penalty for the victims. Ex-Prime Minister Maman begins 75-year jail term in Kuje. NAF bomb terrorist hideout in Sambisa kill fighters. Amuso deserves apologies over world record 8. Still on the Punch newspaper today, the 27th of May 2026, the PDP warns against alleged plot to revoke Secretariat C of O. Ekiti 2026, PDP candidate promises healthcare and social security. APC Assembly ticket winner pledges quality representation. And also we have resident cry out as flood hits Anambra. That's about that for all the major stories on the Punch this morning. I'd like to remind you that we are live on Facebook. It is 32FM 949 Fenya. You can head on to that platform. You can drop your comment, your perspective, and be rest assured I'll take those comments during the course of the show. You can also share the video and let you reach a quite number of people this morning. Again, it is 32FM 949 Fenya with the double his. All right, let's move away from that and check out the Vanguard newspaper this morning. On the Vanguard, the lead story says 2027 presidency controversies trail ADC primaries, court class Jonathan. Africa secures $498.8 million Ebola response pledges. Eid al-Kabir, dark days over, light is here. President Bola Tinubu assures Nigerians. Umahi orders opening of Abuja, Kaduna, Kano Road for Salah travel. ADC has no faction. It will be on the 2027 ballot. Raf Nwosu, it says, U.S. targets Iran's missile site, mines, laying vessels in new attack. Vegetable oil policy. The story says is in crisis as imports dominate, producers lament. Oyo school abduction. Kidnappers using neighboring forests to hide victims coming from Agbekoya. And also the final one, witchcraft allegations, Eboin communities where people are dehumanized, illegally banished. That's a report on the Vanguard. You want to check out that this morning. Let's move on to the cables. On the cables this morning, Accord factions hold parallel gubernatorial primaries in Oyo State as Olakunle Busari and Oriyomi Hamzat claim victory. Rotimi Amechi rejects concocted ADC primary result. Another court orders INEC to amend the 2027 election timetable over Electoral Act bridge. No social amenities here. Oyo school attack survivors blame poor internet access for delayed help. Also, we have Bolarumi elected. We also have Umbugadu, all of them elected as the flag bearers as PDP wraps up gubernatorial primaries in 10 states. DSS demands death penalty as court reserves judgment in trial of our charter tax suspect. Court fixes July 20 for judgment in the suit challenging the 2025 digital lending regulation. Ayatollah to boycott ADC primary result announcement over alleged Reagan. EFCC transfer ex-power minister Salem Maman to Kuje prison after conviction. Finally, on the Guardian newspaper this morning, the lead story says opposition parties battle divisions, parallel camps ahead of 2027. 2027, again, court orders INEC to review election timetables amid appeal. President Bola Tinubu receives ANIEM governors in Lagos after primary victory. Ejigbo kidnappers lodged in Lagos for 4 days, says police. Iter President Bola Tinubu assures Nigerians of better days, urges unity. And this is Children's Day celebration. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar canvassed his investment in education. Again, I'd like to remind you, we're live on Facebook. It is 32FM 949 Fenya. Share the video. Let's reach a quiet number of people. It is 14 minutes past 6. We'll take a break. And when we come back from the break, we'll bring on our Hinas analyst, Elder Femi Olukole, to ask questions begging for answers. You don't want to miss it. Stick around. It is Break It Down Paper Review on 32 FM 94.9.
FM
94.9.
Now the smart cash way they know they chat shishi. No be cha cha cha. Now _ADEOLA smart cash. Steady on my lane, every payment seamless. No hidden charges, everything transparent. Star 939 hash, oh yeah, clock it. No be cha cha cha, I'm on a zero charges. I'm on a zero charge.
Zero charge if you testify. No be cha cha cha.
Every transfer smooth, no extra billing, no shade.
No be cha cha cha.
Smart cash, now the way evidence stay, oh shade.
No be cha cha cha.
No be cha cha cha.
No be cha cha cha.
No be cha cha cha. Hey, ọ̀rọ̀ kan gbé mi lọ́kàn sẹ́ o. Kankan fẹ́ yí padà. Ọ̀nà tuntun wà níwájú wa. Bóyá náà ẹsẹ̀ lẹ̀. Wá ọ̀nà tirẹ̀ tó ló ṣe ṣe. Kankan fẹ́ yí padà. Hero Hunter ti dé fún ọ o. Ó yá lọ ra Hero Hunter bike. Àfi ọlọ́kàn balẹ̀ o. Hero Hunter bike. Kò dẹ̀ ní jẹ́pọ̀ rárá. Hero Hunter bike. Ó dẹ̀ lè sáré gidi gan. Hero Hunter bike.
Fowó rẹ ṣòfò má fowó rẹ ṣòfò pẹ̀lú Hero Hunter Bike Kickstart Alloy tuntun tí a ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ṣe. Ó ti wà báyìí lọ́dọ̀ àwọn oníṣòwò wa tí ó súnmọ́. Rìn jìnnà ná owó díẹ̀. Fún àlàyé sí kàn sí wa lórí ẹ̀rọ yìí 0800-800-8080.
Start your day and have a good time.
Kivo Krima.
Even when you need to clear your eyes.
Kivo Krima.
Or when you need to have the break time.
Kivo Krima.
If not tea, Papa Garita.
Kivo Krima. Kivo Krima. Kivo Krima. Kivo Krima.
Good time moments with Kivo Krima.
Kivo Krima.
Even in Nigeria, that hot pounded yam and soup can't wait because a penalty is about to be taken. Deadlines, emails, and presentations can't wait. Even if the match goes into extra time, we are watching. Sleep can't wait. The FIFA World Cup 2026 starts June 11th to July 19th. All 104 games, pigeon commentary, and 4 dedicated channels. Yes, everything can wait. Enjoy the FIFA World Cup live on SuperSport for as low as 6,000 naira per month. Only on DSTV.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste it and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Yes.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo 3-in-1 milky and creamy for you. It's so milky. I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids Milo 3-in-1, milky and creamy. It's truly milky. It contains calcium to help your champ win every day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo.
èmi ọmọ yín náà ni o Jolly Johnny mo wà níta báyìí láti lè mọ bí àwọn èèyàn ṣe ṣèdámọ̀ Maggi chicken flavour sí ó yá ẹsipẹ́ẹ̀lì celery.
S-E-L-A-R-R-I-E salary.
Bọ̀dá mi ẹsipẹ́ sọ sípẹ́ẹ̀lì náà di salary ó yá lópin ìgbìyànjú ẹsipẹ́ẹ̀lì turmeric.
T-U-R-M-E-R-I-C turmeric.
ẹ káre pálí ohun ìsebẹ̀ Maggi chicken flavour kan fún yín.
Ohun ìsebẹ̀ Maggi chicken flavour pẹ̀lú èròjà àlùbọ́sà celery àti ataalẹ̀ pupa olùyípadà ayọ̀.
I found something inside my Nescafe Original 3-in-1 pack the other day. A unique code printed inside.
Yes, so every pack of Nescafe Original 3-in-1 now comes with a code inside in the Nescafe Next Level promo. Just text the code to *7022# and you could win 500,000 naira cash, business tools, and training. Up to 1 million naira in prizes to be won. Promo runs until June 30th, 2026. T's and C's apply. Nescafe. Make your world.
Sonia tomato sachet. Yes, it's true. I love Sonia tomato sachet. The color is so red, so thick, so tasty. When I use it for my stew, jollof or spaghetti, the color shines brighter and food becomes tastier. Sonia tomato sachet makes meals delicious.
Gbogbo ọjọ́ ní ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀tún láti ṣa gbogbo ipá rẹ̀. Ṣa gbogbo ipá rẹ̀ lójú òpópónà. Ṣa gbogbo ipá rẹ̀ lẹ́nu iṣẹ́. Kódà ṣa gbogbo ipá rẹ̀ láàrin àwọn tiẹ̀. Bó ṣe ilé ijó, ṣa gbogbo ipá rẹ̀ lábẹ́ bó ti lè wù kó rí. Ibi tó bá lè là ń bá kíkanjú. O ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ nílò láti máa gba àṣẹ láti gbé ìgbé ayé tó nítumọ̀. Ìwọ gangan la fi rán. Gbé ìgbé ayé tó nítumọ̀. Live it 100 MTN.
Start your day and have a good time.
Kivo Krima.
Even when you need to clear your eyes.
Kivo Krima.
And when you need to have the break time.
Kivo Krima.
It's not tea, but Gary time.
Kivo Krima. Kivo Krima. Kivo Krima. Kivo Krima.
Good time moments with Kivo Krima.
Kivo Krima.
ọ̀rọ̀ kan gbé mi lọ́kàn sẹ́ o. kankan fẹ́ yí padà. ọ̀nà tuntun wà níwájú wa. bóyá náà ẹsẹ̀ lẹ̀. wá ọ̀nà tirẹ̀ tó dún ṣeéṣe. kankan fẹ́ yí padà. hero hunter ti dé fún ọ o. ó yá lọ ra hero hunter bike. àfi ọlọ́kàn balẹ̀ o. hero hunter bike. kò dẹ̀ ní jẹ́pọ̀ rárá. hero hunter bike. ó dẹ̀ lè sáré gidi gan-gan. hero hunter bike.
fowó rẹ ṣòfò má fowó rẹ ṣòfò pẹ̀lú Hero Hunter Bike Kickstart Alloy tuntun tí a ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ṣe. Ó ti wà báyìí lọ́dọ̀ àwọn oníṣòwò wa tí ó súnmọ́. Rìn jìnnà ná owó díẹ̀. Fún àlàyé sí kàn sí wa lórí ẹ̀rọ yìí 0800-800-8080.
Even in Nigeria, that hot pounded yam and soup can't wait because a penalty is about to be taken. Deadlines, emails, and presentations can't wait. Even if the match goes into extra time, we are watching. Sleep can't wait. The FIFA World Cup 2026 starts June 11th to July 19th. All 104 games, pigeon commentary, and 4 dedicated channels. Yes, everything can wait. Enjoy the FIFA World Cup live on SuperSport for as low as 6,000 naira per month. Only on DSTV.
All right, welcome back to Break It Down, paper review on 32 FM 94.9, exactly 49 minutes gone past 6. I'd like to remind you again that we are live on Facebook. It is 32 FM 949 Fame. Head on to that platform, share the video, let's reach a quite number of people. Now, let's move on to the conversation segment. We'll pick a few stories as a hot topic for the morning, and this morning will be assisted by Elder Femi Olukale. We'll try to connect with Elder Femi to ask the questions, begging for answers. But I'd like to kickstart with this story about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He has a message for Nigerians. He's celebrating. I mean, today is Eid-el-Kabir, so it's expected that we have this sort of message from the president. But most importantly, it mentioned that reforms are yielding results. But before we go into that, let's welcome Elder Femi. Elder Femi, good morning. Good to have you.
Congratulations on today's celebrations to you and all our listeners all around the world. Thank you very much for having me this morning.
All right, it's our pleasure to have you on the show as well this morning, Elder Femi. All right, let's start with this conversation. Let's start with the number one citizen of the country. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has defended his administration's economic reforms, and he says it is difficult policies that he introduced over the past 3 years, and they are beginning to produce positive results for Nigerians. In his Eid-el-Kabir message released on Tuesday ahead of the Salah celebration, President Bola Tinubu said the country's economy is becoming more stable despite the hardship caused by the recent reforms. He said the sacrifices made by Nigerians and his administration were necessary to secure a stronger future for the country. But the headline, what was tagged this morning, it says our reforms are yielding result. Elder Femi Olukale, through the government statistics and macroeconomic indicators or our everyday realities, how do we measure that the reforms are yielding result? Is it through the government statistics or the macroeconomic indicators or through the everyday realities like the food prices, transport costs, petrol price, fuel price, job and purchasing power?
Yeah, thank you very much. You know, the president as the father of the house is expected to give a statement of support to the people. Even though people are sweating, people are agonizing, they are experiencing pain, it is still expected of him to say all is well. However, yes, we know that he's doing some things, he's working, but Nigerians are yet to see the fruits, they are yet to consume the fruits of his efforts, because things are not easy. Nigerians are still suffering. Early this morning, I read a story where the importers were lamenting that to clear a 20-feet container in Nigeria costs 15 million, while in Benin Republic, it costs only 7 million. Now, if you clear a 20-feet container with 15 million, you can naturally know that the content of that container, which is likely to be goods to be consumed by the people, it won't be easy to get them because people will have to pay more because the importers will have to make sure that they have gains over their investment. So that is one of the ways that Nigerians are suffering. There are so many ways. Nigerians paying for lights they did not use. Nigerians paying taxes over everything except you don't go to market to buy. Because if you go to market to buy ordinary vegetable, you are paying tax because local governments must have given the vegetable sellers tax receipts, which they collect every day. If you take a transport fare and public transport, the NURTW people who jump in front of moving vehicles would give them money. They pay different types of monies. And then you know that it will be visited on commuters. Now, there is nothing, virtually nothing. If you go to pharmacy, you go there to buy drugs, be rest assured that you are going to pay tax, aside from VAT. So, Nigerians are yet to see the outcome of the efforts of the president. They have not, no positive outcome yet. For Nigerians. So, for the president to say that Nigerians, it is okay with Nigeria, that days are over, I don't believe that days are over. Yes, it's working. Let him continue to work. But you see, what Nigerians need from him is to ensure that he gives us succor. He cushions these excruciating pains. Because in other nations, governments support the citizens. They make sure that they ameliorate the sufferings of the people. But in our own case, government only looks at what is going to benefit from our pains through taxation and through what they are going to gain from the international community through this Iranian war. Because the benchmark for oil has been exceeded. I think the other time they said that they had raked in 5 trillion from international oil markets. So these things are pointers to the fact that all is not well with Nigerians. We are seriously suffering. Look at school fees. When the government came, what was the school fees? Less than 30,000. Now it is almost 500,000 or over 500,000 in the universities I'm talking about. So there is no aspect of life in Nigeria that is not painful. So it is too painful to be a Nigerian. So government must look at that and do something. Look at security. Just examine everything. You see that. There is no area that Nigerians can say, yes, we have some respite. And so we beg him to give us respite. This is the 3rd year of his administration. Nigerians have not smiled. We need to have some smile and give a sigh of relief. So let him do that for us. So we don't need him to tell us that all is well. We should be able to tell him. We should be the one telling him that, thank you, Mr. President, we are enjoying little by little, all is getting well. So that is what we want him to do.
Okay. I like that you mentioned security, Olafemi, because an estimated 30,000 armed Fulani militants, they said they have been operating across Nigerian groups ranging from 10 to 1,000 members. And according to May 2026 report released by the United States Commission on International Religious Freedom, they mentioned that about 30,000 armed Fulani militants are operating across Nigeria. That's coming. I mean, we have to reiterate that report was released by the United States Commission on International Religious Freedom. And they said these militants, they've become some of the deadliest non-state actors driving religious freedom violations in Nigeria. Before we talk about how sensitive this can be, I think we should start with that. Before we talk about, if this suggests, can the country currently have the manpower, the intelligence capacity, the coordination needed to effectively confront this threat of that scale, and what kind of thing can they do? But most importantly, Femi Olukile, how can we address such sensitive security claim without deepening ethnic division? Most importantly, they mentioned that the Fulani militants are the ones, operating, about 3,000 of them. So how can we have this conversation without deepening the ethnic division in Nigeria?
When we are talking about ethnic division, that means we have decided not to stop deceiving ourselves. If it is Fulani people that are up in arms against the rest of us,
according to the US,
to say it, for God's sake. There is no need. I mean, some people decided to take arms against the nation, and they are hiding in forest. They are stealing people. They are killing people. They are taking monies. Nigerians must have seen a video where they piled up thousands. I don't know the amount, millions of naira rather, in a 1,000 denomination in the forest, celebrating it. So, if it is Yoruba, we should be able to say Yoruba people. If it is Igbo, we should be able to say Igbo people. If it is Ibibio, we should be able to say Ibibio people. So, there is no hiding the truth about it. Now, what we don't want to say is what the United Nations is talking about, that 30,000 Fulani people are torturing us in the country. We know this, but we don't want to say it. The NBC will not want you to say it. So many groups in the country, national groups, we not want you to say it. But truth must be told. And the question is, who armed those people?
I want to talk about the solution. And I want to talk about the solution most importantly, and that says that, do we have the capacity to fight those 30,000? Let's even forget the issue. How can we tackle this?
We have the capacity. ADEOLA, we have the capacity. But we are shying away from the truth. The truth is, the fact of the matter is that we don't want to say that it is a particular ethnic group that is troubling us. We have the capacity, and this is what we have to do. We have always said this on radio. One.
Okay.
Uproot the source of support for these people.
I'm sorry about that, Femi.
Who are sponsoring
I have to take it. I'm really sorry. We'll take it from that number one that he mentioned when we come back. I really apologize for cutting your thought. We need to go on a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll be getting your point on that particular issue. Keep it locked. It is a Break It Down paper review on 32 FM 94.9. We'll be back shortly.
Found 94.9.
Now the smart cash way they know they chat shishi. No be cha cha cha. Now ADEOLA smart cash. Steady on my lane, every payment seamless. No hidden charges, everything transparent. Star 939 hash. Oh yeah, clock it. No be cha cha cha. I'm on a zero charges. I'm on a zero charge.
Zero charge if you testify. No be cha.
Every transfer smooth, no extra billing, no share.
No be cha.
Smart cash, that the way evidence stay, oh share.
No be cha.
No be cha. No be cha.
Kí ló ń sún ọpọ́n ìrẹsì jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù lọ sípele ìgbádùn tó ga? Ṣé tí wọ́n bá sè é pẹ̀lú kóró náà fún adùn tó kà màmá yẹn ni? Tàbí tẹ́ ẹ bá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ojúlówó sàláàdì Nàìjíríà, èso kábéèjì, kárọ̀tì, lẹ́tùsì, àtẹ̀wà oníkíndìnrín díẹ̀.
Ó ní láti jẹ́ méjèèjì. Ṣé jollof rice rẹ pẹ̀lú adùn kóró náà kí o wá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀fọ́. Ó yá, jẹ́ kí ọ̀pọ̀ oúnjẹ rẹ gbé pẹ́ẹ́lí. Lónìí, jẹun tó dáa.
Attention kids, are you ready to become amazing?
Yes, Captain Amazing!
So, what do?
We take our Amazing Day cereal!
Can't hear you!
We take our Amazing Day cereal!
That's right! Nurture your kids with the Golden Penny Amazing Day cereal, which contains protein, fiber, calcium, and vitamin A. I am Captain Amazing, and with Golden Penny Amazing Day cereal, amazing kids become amazing-nators. Golden Penny Amazing Day cereal. Nurture their amazing.
Gbogbo ọjọ́ ní ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀tún láti ṣa gbogbo ipá rẹ̀. Ṣa gbogbo ipá rẹ lójú òpópónà. Ṣa gbogbo ipá rẹ lẹ́nu iṣẹ́. Kódà ṣa gbogbo ipá rẹ láàrin àwọn tiẹ̀. Bó ṣe ilé ijó, ṣa gbogbo ipá rẹ lábẹ́ bó ti lè wù kó rí. Ibi tó bá lè là ń bá kíkanjú. O ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ nílò láti máa gba àṣẹ láti gbé ìgbé ayé tó nítumọ̀. Ìwọ gangan la fi rán. Gbé ìgbé ayé tó nítumọ̀. Live it 100 MTN.
With love from Power Oil, from sizzling pans to winning plates, MasterChef Nigeria is here. Watch as Nigeria's finest home cooks battle it out. Don't miss this moment. Watch now every Sunday at 7 p.m. on DSTV channel 151 and 154. Power Oil, headline sponsor of MasterChef Nigeria.
Power Oil, Power Oil.
Màámi, tẹ́ ẹ bá rí bí mo ṣe fọ ilé ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀ yẹn, ẹ wò ó mọ́ gidi gan ni.
Ó lè mọ́ lójú lóòótọ́, ṣùgbọ́n lílo hypo toilet cleaner túbọ̀ máa pa àwọn kòkòrò àìfojúrí tó wà níbẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o, má gbà fáwọn kòkòrò àìfojúrí, dáàbò bo ilé ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀ rẹ lójoojúmọ́ pẹ̀lú hypo toilet cleaner.
Omo, tonight na my night. I go clear the table. Red, black, red, 0. I don crack the code. No joke.
The only thing where you fit crack na jokes.
Dey play.
Make we bet. Win big on Betano Casino. Enjoy more than 5,000 slots on Aviator and mega jackpots every day. Download the Betano app on Google Play or Apple Store or visit betano.ng to start playing. Only for persons above 18. Bet responsibly. Terms and conditions apply. Betano.
When I'm hungry and I need a quick meal, something crunchy, creamy and tasty. 𝐃𝐈𝐒 mix is just all I need. 𝐃𝐈𝐒 mix just the way I like it. Very creamer and sugar, just the way I like it. 𝐃𝐈𝐒 mix. 𝐃𝐈𝐒 soaking made easy. Enjoy at school, home or work.
𝐃𝐈𝐒 3-in-1 𝐃𝐈𝐒 mix. Just add water and enjoy.
𝐃𝐈𝐒 mix.
I'm in love.
Hey, mo ti yóò fẹ́ o. Sonia tomato sachet. Òótọ́ ni o, mo fẹ́ràn Sonia tomato sachet gan-an. Ó rẹ̀ dòdò, ó kí, ó dùn. Tí n bá fi sebẹ̀, jollof rice tàbí spaghetti, àwọn rẹ̀ á tàn yò. Oúnjẹ mi á dùn sí i. Sonia tomato mix ń jẹ́ kí oúnjẹ dùn.
Attention kids, are you ready to become amazing?
Yes, Captain Amazing!
So, what do?
We take our Amazing Day cereal!
Can't hear you!
We take our Amazing Day cereal!
That's right! Nurture your kids with the Golden Penny Amazing Day cereal, which contains protein, fiber, calcium, and vitamin A. I am Captain Amazing, and with Golden Penny Amazing Day cereal, amazing kids become amazing Amazinators. Golden Penny Amazing Day cereal. Nurture their amazing.
Èmi ọmọ yín náà ni o, Jolly Johnny. Mo wà níta báyìí láti lè mọ bí àwọn èèyàn ṣe ṣèdámọ̀ Maggi chicken flavour sí. Ó yá ẹ sípẹ́ẹ̀lì celery.
S-E-L-A-R-R-I-E. Salary.
Bọ̀dá mi, ẹ sì fẹ́ sọ sípẹ́ẹ̀lì náà di salary. Ó yá lópin ìgbìyànjú ẹ sípẹ́ẹ̀lì turmeric.
Turmeric. Turmeric.
Ẹ káre, pálí ohun ìsebẹ̀ Maggi chicken flavour kan fún yín.
Ohun ìsebẹ̀ Maggi chicken flavour pẹ̀lú èròjà àlùbọ́sà, celery àti ataalẹ̀ pupa olùyípadà ayọ̀.
Even in Nigeria, that hot pounded yam and soup can't wait because a penalty is about to be taken. Deadlines, emails, and presentations can't wait. Even if the match goes into extra time, we are watching. Sleep can't wait. The FIFA World Cup 2026 starts June 11th to July 19th. All 104 games, pigeon commentary, and 4 dedicated channels. Yes, everything can wait. Enjoy the FIFA World Cup live on SuperSport for as low as 6,000 naira per month. Only on DSTV.
Ó yá, ẹ gbáradì ẹ̀yin ọmọdé wọ̀nyí. Ṣé ẹ ṣetán láti di ẹni olókìkí ńlá?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, Captain Amazing!
Nígbà náà, kí la ní láti ṣe?
A ó máa jẹ Amazing Day cereal wa.
Mi ò gbọ́ yín o.
A ó máa jẹ Amazing Day cereal wa.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ṣètọ́jú àwọn ọmọ rẹ pẹ̀lú Golden Penny Amazing Day Cereal tí ó kún fún èròjà aṣaralóore bíi protein, fibre, calcium àti vitamin A. Èmi ni Captain Amazing pẹ̀lú ìrànlọ́wọ́ Golden Penny Amazing Day Cereal. Àwọn ọmọ yóò di olókìkí ńlá tí mú orí wú láwùjọ. Ìyẹn Amazinators. Golden Penny Amazing Day Cereal. Ṣètọ́jú àwọn ọmọ yìí fún ọjọ́ ọ̀la tí ó dára.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
FM 94.9. Welcome back to Break It Down Paper Review on 32 FM 94.9. We're still joined by Elder Femi Olukole. It was making a submission about the issue of security before we went on that break, and we want to continue with that. But don't forget, go to Facebook, 32FM 949 and drop your comment. Elder Femi, let's quickly wrap up on that, because there's a lot in the political scene going on, which I will want you to address this morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, as I was saying, if we want to solve this problem, we will tackle the problem from the roots. Remember that when Prophet Elijah declared that there was not going to be rain in Israel for 3 years and 6 months, after the declaration, rain stopped and all rivers dried up. That meant that it was the rains that were energizing the rivers. If there is a fire outbreak now, and you want to extinguish the fire, you fight the fire from the base, not from the tongue. So if Nigeria wants to conquer this war, these people, we have to first attack their sponsors and their sympathizers. So, when we do that, they will be powerless because we will cut the supply chain. Now, number 2, we should stop using human elements to fight this war. Okay. We should use technology as they do in Burkina Faso now. Let us buy drones. Let us invest in drones and make sure that we use drones to eliminate these people. And I've said some people may have sympathy for them, more especially Christians, that God may change them. It is true. I beg God this morning again, as I did yesterday, anyone among them that God wants to use, let God take hold of them, rebrand them, and utilize them for His glory. But the rest of them that are vampires, that are using human blood, let God pack them out of Nigeria because they are not useful. So we know what the United Nations is telling us, that we have 30,000 militant Fulani people traumatizing Nigeria. We know. So I think that's the way we can conquer these people.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the politics then. I want us to talk about ADC, PDP, different factions here and there, and also talk about Accord in Oyo State. Yesterday, there were conflicting headlines about Accord factions holding parallel gubernatorial primaries in Oyo as Olakunle Busari and Oriyomi Hamzat they claim victory. The story says 2 factions of the Accord political party in Oyo State on Tuesday, they held parallel governorship primary election, with one of them declaring Olakunle Busari as the winner, and another one also declared Oriyomi Hamzat as the winner. It was, 2 parallel governorship primary election in Oyo State. I mean, I don't want to dwell much on this because there are other stories, but how much can divisions like this weaken a party's credibility? Yeah, we have a report this morning from the Accord on Facebook talking about, Olakunle Busari not being their winner. But what does he say about the growing crisis of internal party democracy in Nigeria?
You see, if politicians believe that it is game they are playing, I think they are playing a very dangerous game. If you look at all the parties except APC, it's all and the NDC, all is not well with the rest of them. Look at, aside from Accord that you have just mentioned, look at ADC. They say Atiku has won. Ameki says, no, he will not take that win. And Ayatudin is also saying the same thing. And look at all of them. So if they believe that it is a game, it is a dangerous game. And it is a game of instability that will do them no good at all. And they are confusing the electorate. I don't know how they are going to do it, because it appears almost in all the parties we have in the country, there is no stability. All is not well with them.
Okay, Elofemi. Okay, I think that's the network issue. We'll keep, trying. Let's reconnect with Elofemi Olukule. Elofemi, are you there? Okay, we can hear you now. You said all is not well with most of them. Okay.
All is not well with most of them, and I beg them to please have a rethink, because it will do them no good at the end of the day, because they are confusing the electorate.
In fact, it is interesting to know that, in fact, almost all the parties, like you mentioned, there are issues here and there. Amechi rejected ADC primary. He said there is vote buying and disenfranchisement. Ayatollah shunned the result declaration. In fact, Kachiku insists that his bloc is the authentic ADC structure. Now, let's come to PDP. PDP is quite interesting. There's a faction that adopts Sandy Ono as their presidential candidate, as cut 𝐂𝐻𝐿 eligibility, and that's the Wike faction. You will recall that there's a faction for Makinde as well that said Jonathan will be their candidate. That's one faction backing Jonathan, one faction backing Sandy Ono, and it should be mentioned that the court decision was favorable to Jonathan. Now, can a divided opposition realistically challenge effectively in 2027? What are we saying?
If President Tinubu believes that what is happening in those parties is okay by him, he loves it, I think he too will be making a mistake. He will be making a mistake because, like I said, all is not well now. Look at what is happening in PDP. On April 30, the Supreme Court of this land declared Anyanwu as justifiably suspended. That means that everything that Anyanwu had done before that pronouncement is null and void. The convention they held in March is no longer tenable, it's no longer holding. And then Anyanwu is still claiming to be the secretary of PDP. And that PDP of Wike's PDP is non-existent because they don't have leaders any longer, because Anyanwu played prominent role in the formation of the Executive Council. And Supreme Court of the land says Anyanwu is suspended. So, and it is that same PDP that had somebody as a presidential flag bearer and supervised by INEC. It appears we have a country that does not obey the law, because pronouncement of Supreme Court is law. So we now have INEC, according to what I read, that it supervised the the emergence of that man, which Wike has said, Wike's camp has declared as presidential standard bearer for PDP. So I think they are playing a game, and just like I said earlier, that game is dangerous. Game of disobedience, and where there is no obedience to court's pronouncement, we are heading towards a rock as a nation. And that is why President Tinubu must see what is happening now as not a game, but a dangerous game that can do nobody any good at all. So he must stand up to ensure that the pronouncements of the court, especially all courts, must be obeyed by everybody concerned. So Wike's PDP, which is non-existent according to that pronouncement, is now telling us that it has gotten a standard bearer. So this is nonsensical, and it is a shame, because we are doing this thing in Nigeria, but it is being seen all over the world. And the way they are going to see us, they see us as an unserious nation. It's a nation that doesn't obey court rules. So President Tinubu has a duty to ensure that he sanitizes the nation by making sure that everybody obeys the court's ruling, including himself.
Okay.
Including himself, he must obey.
All right, let's open the studio lines at this point. 0906 200949 or 0809 7949, 0809 7949 or 0705 5949. That's those numbers to call. Hello, good morning. Good to have you on the show.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. This is okay. Actually, the report from U.S. about the militants, ADEOLA, it has actually been a Nigerian that said it. The would have said it's an ethnic profiling. This is actually what we are not talking about any ethnicity, but what we would have loved is the leaders of this particular people should have come out to disown them, dissociate themselves from those evil they are committing. But you know what they do? Most of the time, indirectly, they support them. So why would we not say it that way? It's coming out now. I think the so-called leaders should come out and disown them so that we really know. Because this is getting too much. Good morning. It's okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. OK, for your contribution. Appreciate you. 0906 2000 949 or you call 0809 7000 949. You can also go to our Facebook page and drop your reaction. We'll be taking those comments during the course of the show. 0705 5000 949. We have this message here on Facebook from Fawali Femi. It says, good morning, Laughter House family. No doubt Nigeria is under siege, and those within the helms of affairs of government, security department, and agencies, including all and sundry, have to wake from their slumber. Imagine the figure is very scary. 30,000. It's 30,000, not 13. 30,000 Fulani militants in Nigeria. That's according to United States Commission. You say if anyone wants to doubt this recent experience of common Nigerians, as this is a confirmation of this, please, this is the time for decisive action, not time for politics or accusation and counter-accusation. My humble submission. All right, thank you, Mr. Fawale Femi, for your humble submission.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good to have you.
Good morning. My name is Omotai. I'm calling from Betutu.
All right, sir.
About 2 weeks ago, last month ago, people were accusing Mr. President want to turn Nigeria to one party state. As of now, can you even remember the political party we have? PTC, Party CC, ACCCC. You can see all these things. Until when they be able to reunite themselves and form a removable one party, Nigeria cannot.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Mr. Motayo. Hello. Good morning. Please turn down the volume of your radio set, or you stay away from it. All right. You would have to call back 0906 2000 949 or 0809 7000 949. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, sir. Good to have you.
Yeah, my name is Ade from UI.
All right, Mr. Ade. Let's hear you.
Well, our analyst was talking about the disobedience to court rulings. It is what it is. I always say it. It is not everybody that is fit or that has money that should vote as a leader. Because when you taste them, it could be dangerous for our democracy. I know that many people will be asking questions. Fair people, not saying people that are being hypocritical. You cannot compare what will happen under Jonathan to what we are having now. For example, this is very clear. They said Damagun, the court has ruled that as at that time that he was presiding, I was already been expelled. But he's parading himself now. INEC has not removed him. And everybody moves on. Nobody in a decent society, Wike would have been arrested and jailed for treason, for disobedience of court order. But because he's working for Mr. President, the president is harboring him. That's number one. My sister, even me that I'm not a lawyer, I know that you cannot belong to two political parties. You must come to a party before you can contest. But in Rivers is now, King is the minority leader of PDP, is the candidate of APC. Is where Tinubu is taking Nigeria democracy to. Is it not dangerous for democracy? Very soon you'll be trying some people that are plotting coup. Who are? I don't understand that game. You are doing something that is inimical to democracy, and you are trying some people that they want to take over from you. Right. No, you give me that. That's how the rest of today.
All right, you too. Thank you so much for calling. Appreciate you. 0906 2000 949 or 0809 7000 949. That's these numbers to call to be a part of the show. Let's go back to Facebook. We have Mr. Ejeta Judge. It says, good morning, ADEOLA. Do you believe or accept the Tinubu's vituperation in his press release? For me, it had only made Nigerians accept his close family and political associate to have moved from frying pan to fire. Any sensible and conscientious leader would abort or amend policies that harm their subject enormously. But unfortunately, Tinubu, for instance, asks us not to vote for his re-election if he fails to provide electricity and meet tariff to consumers, is now shocking us to death with second-term bid. Nigerians must reject him overwhelmingly come 2027. Okay, that's Mr. 𝐒𝐻𝐿 comment. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, good to have you on the show. You're live.
Good morning.
Please stay away from your radio set, sir.
Yes, my name is Gerard.
Hello?
My name is Gerard.
Your radio set, can you stay away from it, sir?
Okay, I'll do it now.
All right, let's hear you now.
My name is Gerard, first caller.
All right, Mr. Gerald, good to have you on the show. Appreciate you for calling.
Yeah, welcome. My main concern is this security issue. I don't know how our government is just wicked for those children to be in the bush and they're celebrating 𝐒𝐈𝐒, or what they call it. How can our leaders how do they wicked like this? All those children for almost getting to 2 weeks now inside the bush with one cloth. If there be any other help from any other country, let them come and help us. I'm not interested on all those politics and political issue. I just thank Mr. ADEOLA that is even helping to say nothing but the truth. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate you. Let's talk about the update on the Oyo abduction. The Chief of Defense Staff, that's General Olufemi Oluyede, he has ordered the deployment of special forces and area surveillance assets to Oyo State following the recent kidnapping incident in the state. So the CDA deployed about some numbers of spy aircraft and special forces. We hope that before Friday we get to hear good news. And we're using today's celebration as a point of contact to all the kids and the teachers abducted last week Friday. I can't understand how you feel, Mr. Gerald. 0906 2949 0809 7949. Mr. Pupchuik, I'll come back to take your comment. Let me take this first. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Eva Dazzling. Hi.
Good morning, energetic Mr. Gbenga.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you.
Marion from Apata. Thank you.
All right.
Now, I think I want to applaud Mr. Olakunle for telling us that what Mr. President is telling us this morning, that most of his reforms are working. And I want to ask that Mr. President, which of the reforms is working? Before you came to power, you are buying fuel for 105 naira. As of today now, you are buying fuel for 1,350. Most people have sold their cars. Most families could not bring their cars out again. How much? The diesel now is 2,000 plus now. Kerosene is 2,050 naira as we speak now. And you are telling us the reform is working. Look at how much Nigeria are paying for electricity. We are paying for darkness. So many things is going against the standard of this country. So I think the president should not be boboing us that his reform is working. None of his reform is working. And these are the Fulani that are 30,000 in numbers that are waging war against us. I think we have much more superpowers in terms of our military and our police personnel. Contain the essence of those bandits. So the willpower is not there, the political will is not there. There are some politicians that are feeling that are supporting those bandits, and you have known their names. Their names have been released, and the government has not even deemed fit to pick any of those guys. That is why the issue is lingering on. Look at those our students in Oyo that are still in captive as we speak. They've been wearing just a single shirt for over a week now. They've been wearing a single shirt for over a week now. They could not change. And you are telling us that the reforms are working. But Mr. President, your reforms are not working. Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Gbenga, thank you so much. We have Pupchuik on Facebook saying, good morning, 𝐒𝐈𝐒. Please, this kind of primaries thriving under the present dispensation, under the present APC-led government with his son as the INEC boss. So why can't we patriotic Democrat? Can we see Peter Obi as exceptionally different in our today's political space based on his approach? Also on Amechi, he should not complain. He should have out dollars. Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Pupchuik. And also we have Sulaiman Sharif saying good morning and kudos to everyone in the studio. Regarding the 30,000 Fulani militant feeding Nigeria's insecurity, there's no lie about this, and that's why every area of Nigeria must empower their local security, such as state police, to deal with that, because security is local. Thank you very much, Mr. Sulaiman Sharif. Elder Femi Olukule, I would like to have your parting words on the show before we wrap up this morning.
Yeah, I just want my
You want your
listeners to enjoy today.
Oh, okay.
Muslim listeners to enjoy today. Just forget about the problems. Pretend as if the problems are not there. Just enjoy today because today's your day, and God will spare your lives to see many more of today.
Amen.
So, and for the rest of Nigerians, I say continue enduring and be hopeful that someday we shall be free.
But that's not the case of the families of the abducted children and teachers. I'm not sure they would enjoy today. They will want their children at home with them to celebrate today's celebration. But I mean, we hope that before Friday, something will be done by our government. And that's where we draw the curtain on today's edition of Break It Down Paper Review on 32 FM 94.9. Thank you so much for spending your money with us and staying informed. And as you go through the rest of today, may be peaceful, productive, and filled with joy. And once again, our Muslim brothers and sisters celebrating ADEOLA, Eid Mubarak. May the blessings of this day bring peace, happiness, abundance to you and your loved ones. My name is ADEOLA IBRAHIM FATOKI. Stay safe and stay informed. Coming up next is the Smart Kids Show with Auntie Simba. Today is Children's Day, do not forget. Bye for now.